Hello, welcome back to another episode over here at the Dana Lee Project, where we talk about all things women, from fitness to food issues and body image and lifestyle and our marriages and relationships, and everything's on the table around here. So Mandy's been asking me some questions lately, and I have no idea what she's going to ask me. So we are going to continue with this. So what you got for me this week, Mandy?
Okay. Dina and I were talking last week, and I was like, oh my God, I have such a good question for you for next week. It has to do with this. So remember what we were talking about last week? You probably don't, but that's okay.
Well, I don't know. We talk about so many things, but yeah. Yeah. All right.
Honest to God, I was like, you got to hear. You want to know what it is? And you're like, no, I don't want to know. I like to be surprised. So this is the surprise question. All right. Let's talk about, and this is like a question slash, no, it's a good question. It's a question. Distractions and how they affect your overall health and life. Distractions.
Distractions. Well, distractions is like another way of saying procrastination, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if there are these bigger pillars of what you want to, or the most important things in your life, but you are allowing, well, two things come to mind. One, procrastination, but also boundaries, because you could have things that you say are important to you that you want to take care of. And let's just talk, because the main topic, we help women heal their relationship with food and with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we do talk about in our work together is distractions, because it's so much easier to get caught up in the drama of somebody else's life, get pulled into, I'm going to say yes, yes, yes. And I'm volunteering and I'm helping and I want to be of service and I want to do this and I want to do that. And while at the same time, the things that are really, when you're really quiet, if you can sit quiet and get still, the things that really fuel your soul and feel like your deep desires of what you want in your life, that can end up getting like just put to the side so easily with getting overrun by everyone else's agenda. But there's got to be a certain point you get to where you realize that you're allowing it. And I know that's a tough pill to swallow,
Mm-hmm.
but you teach others how to treat you. And until you have an awareness of that, then you can start setting those boundaries. It's not even just setting them. I always say the toughest part is enforcing them. And the thing about boundaries is it's a skill set. You have to develop the skill of being able to set and enforce boundaries, because it's a constant moving target. Because dynamics and relationships change. It's not like a cookie cutter thing of like, oh, I'm just going to draw this line in the sand and then that's it. No, because people are going to push against it. So, yeah, there's distractions. It's a very loaded topic, actually.
Yeah.
It really is.
It seems like us as like 2025, you could say, oh, I'm on TikTok too much. That's a distraction. But also, you could say, like, if you think of it like our society, we always are so busy. We're supposed to be busy. There's like, and some people are embarrassed, not me, but embarrassed to admit, oh, I didn't do anything on Tuesday. Or because when I got home, I ate dinner and I vegged on the couch and watched TV. Like, oh, no. There's so many things on my to-do list. I shouldn't be doing that. I have all these things to do. Or even, I was so busy at work, I have to get to work early because they're waiting for me at work. So I'm not going to go to the gym. Or on your way home, I can't go to the gym on the way home because I signed up the kids for dance class. There's so many things that stop us because we're so used to being busy, and it gives us like, I don't know, it just, for me especially, I know that it's hard to even crack that, because one of the things, and I'll say this, I'll plug the mentorship big time with this one, is I didn't realize until I really said it out loud and said it to the peers, my peers in the mentorship, the things that I was putting in front of what I actually wanted. One example is that I had said, like, say it was like February and I was fostering puppies. And I had said, after these puppies go, I'm gonna have so much more time to focus on myself and focus on the mentorship and get these things done that I really want to do, right? And everybody knew that. And then 2 months later, I was like, oh, I'm getting puppies. And Dana was like, wait a second. Didn't you say you didn't want to get puppies for a while because you wanted to focus on the mentorship? And I'm like, oh, yeah. It totally like, I was just so used to like, well, I have time. I have time now. Time for what? Time for me? Oh, no, no, no. I'll push time for me out the back door because this fostering, which I love, first of all, I do love it, but it's also, it kind of gives me like a badge of honor. My ego's a little boosted because, oh, look at me. I'm a good person. I'm fostering puppies. And I was like, oh shoot, I gotta stop that because it's not actually what I actually really wanted, you know?
Yeah, because something like that, that example, fostering puppies, is like it's a huge endeavor and it really wreaks havoc on your schedule. It's
Yes.
all about getting those puppies in line of like when you're, when you're fostering from like, making sure you're potty training them or whatever, you're like, okay, I'm going to make sure they go outside. Like it's a huge dedication of your time and attention.
Yes.
So if you're focused on that, your plan to work out, your plan to be more like organized, like, okay, I'm going to make a food shopping list and I'm really going to like a lot of that ends up going right out the effing window because
Uh-huh.
because the demand of these puppies is taking your legitimate attention. So that's the other thing I think is important to talk about with like distractions. You can literally say, but this is the reality and this is a good reason why I can't do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, you're right about that. But it's create you've got to get to that level that you have the awareness that you can create something different when you have the awareness. So then, and props to you when you realize, like, oh shit, you're right, that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Then, then you get a chance to decide to do something different. Or I'm trying to remember at that time, you may have already started fostering. I'm not,
I already did. I had
yeah.
already done it, and I was like, oh no, I did it again.
But that's okay because the point is, and I say this even to myself a lot of times of like, okay, this is happening again, and I'm going to get the lesson. And I'm committed to getting the lesson instead of beating myself up and saying, like, duh, oh my God, how can you be so stupid? I'm doing this again. I said I wasn't going to do it. It's just not helpful. It's not helpful to talk to yourself that way, to think about it that way. Instead, I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, I'm getting the fucking lesson this time.
Yes. Yes. And it's so like, and during the whole process too, I did try to kind of keep more of a boundary, although it's like babies and puppies, you can't, because when they're starting to squat and poop, you're like, I gotta stop my sit-ups. Go grab
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah,
stops and
yeah.
revolves around that puppy,
Mm-hmm.
which is again a really good distraction. It's a great like so
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is good that we're talking about this, Mandy, because I want women to feel like not like, oh my God, I feel seen. Oh my God, I'm like, holy crap, she's, calling me out on this. It's not so much that. It really isn't because we all do it.
Mm-hmm. There's no way you're not doing it every
There's no
single
way
day.
you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And for everyone, it's a slightly different distraction. So I'm going to give an example of a couple weeks ago. So I was working on this work project, and there was a couple elements of this work project that were intimidating to me. I was like, oh God, it's overwhelming. I don't know if I can figure this out. It was some techie stuff. And for me personally, I could have gone out for my walk. Now, for some other people, they would have distractions that would keep them from the walk, because the walk is the thing that they're really trying to do regularly,
Mhm.
and all these other things. So it has to be relative to your unique situation. You got to know yourself with this. So I could have easily like, oh, it's beautiful out. I'm going to go for a walk first, or I'm going through this menopause specialist coaching certification. So I have like another chapter. I could have read more in my chapter and done the, move forward in that. But that is something that I really want to do. It's not like I'm procrastinating. So I was like, okay, I have these couple things that I'm tempted to go do,
Mhm.
but I'm not going to do those things. I'm going to do the hard thing that I'm a little like intimidated to do. I feel like I'm going to fuck it up. I might do it wrong. And when I sat down to do it, I just was like, all right, I'm going to get as far as I can. And if I need to reach out for help, I will. And I did. And then wouldn't you know it, like I moved the project along, and it wasn't as scary or hard as I thought it was. And then on the other side of that, then I'm like, okay, now I can go take a walk.
Mhm.
Okay, I did this difficult task. I'm proud of myself. Okay, now I can go take a walk. So for you, it may be something different where it's the other way around, that you're putting off moving your body, you're putting off exercise, you're putting that off because these other things are like busy work. So for
Yeah.
me, that's just not the case. Like it was the other way around for this. So
And I
distractions,
will, again, I will plug the fact that this is so different for everyone, that you need friends, you need a community, you need people in the mentorship to kind of like bounce things off of. Because this isn't something that, like, oh, I realized that, sometimes you realize it on your own, like you had realized it yourself.
yeah.
But the whole, like, just the beginning, it's not something you just like go, oh, yeah, this, I don't know, going shopping. But I have to go shopping for food. I have to go shopping for food. I have to do all the things that I want to, that I have to get done. But like, do you really have to do it now? This is one of those things that you have to like work with someone and kind of like vocalize and go through. And that's what the mentorship really does. Is it's not just like, it's always not just about the food or the exercise. And this is a really good example of how we work through that. Is like, oh yeah, I'm distracting myself from something I thought I wanted. Wait a second, I really do want it, but my brain is like so used to not doing that, that
Mhm.
it's going back to the normal of, getting puppies or going for a walk or all the things that would be your normal. And like you could always say like, going for a walk is really good for me, or working on the next chapter of my training is really good for me. So how is this not what it's because, there's that, oh, I don't, my body's not used to doing these certain things, and your brain just wants to do what it always did. That's
Yeah,
just
your
the way
brain
it
is constantly looking for familiarity and
is.
repeating patterns. And even if those patterns are harmful, they're familiar.
Yeah.
So you're going to seek out the repetition of something that's predictable, even if the results of that prediction are results you don't really want. There's still a reward for you to be satisfied. And I knew this was going to happen.
Mhm. Absolutely.
The other thing I want to talk about here, it has to do with you believe you're deserving of taking care of yourself. Like it's a self-worth issue. So much of this is self-worth issue. If you believe you are worthy of the time that you are a valued human, of like it's valuable for you to take care of yourself, the distractions do start to fall away, or you really start to prioritize them, like triage your distractions, to realize how much busy work you may even create extra for yourself, inefficiency with like cleaning your house, inefficiency with organizing, because to stay in the perpetual state of organizing or perpetual state of busy work, it is a good reason for you to not get to your workout, or for you to not take the like this morning I prepped all my food for the week, and it depends on what food I'm prepping, but I don't know, it takes me about a half an hour, 45 minutes. And but I want to do it. To me, that's a non-negotiable. I am not going to allow something else. Like could I book a new client call on a Monday morning? Could I book a regular standing private call with a client on a Monday morning? I could, but I don't, and I won't. That's like a
Mm-hmm.
non-negotiable because my Monday morning, I need to clear my head for the week. I need to really take care of myself. I want to prep my food, chop my vegetables, cook things, plan, make sure everything is taken care of because my future self, and we've talked about this in other videos too, my
Mm-hmm.
future self is absolutely gonna thank my Monday Dana
Mm-hmm.
because I took care of those things. But
Mm-hmm.
it's because I want to. So the other distractions I do let fall away. Like, are there a couple other things I could handle on a Monday morning? Yeah, but I have my big rocks of like, this is a non-negotiable. I have to take care of this. I want to take care of it. I want
Mm-hmm.
to take care of it because I deserve to feel good. And I know this sets me up and I'm going to be so happy later when this is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So the deserving part and the self-worth part, we have to talk about that if we're going to talk about distractions. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot not talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I don't know if it's so much because we're females and caring for others, that female energy really, the mothering, I mean, we will mother our work, we will mother our home, we will mother our dogs, our cats, our kids. And that like that pull to take care of others is so strong. It's like we really have to remind ourselves that we're supposed to take care of ourselves first.
Mhm.
And, I mean, how many times have you seen like a video about a mother who is selfless and, oh, she's so wonderful and all this stuff? And you're like, that's great. But like, what is it telling our future children that like our kids aren't supposed to like take care of themselves? I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to see me taking care of myself and not jumping through hoops to make sure that you get to dance class or not jumping through hoops so you can get to scouts or all those things that I did, when my kids were growing up. And I wish I hadn't, but, hindsight, so, hopefully somebody watching this video can say, oh, that is right. There is no reason for me to drive my child to dance every single day of the week or whatever. I do have a partner, or there is other dance moms who would probably be cool with taking turns, or like I'm just thinking of dance right now because my nieces are in dance and they're dancers and they love to dance, and that's like takes up a lot of my sister's time. But when my kids were younger, it was scouts. My son was in Boy Scouts, and Boy Scouts took a lot of time, especially on the weekends, and bringing them to different cookie sales and all that shit that you do as a mom. And
Mm.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what though? I remember a while back I was taught by a mentor of mine the difference though between mother and mothering.
Mhm.
So there's a lot, mothering is more of an enabling type of role.
Yeah.
But when you think about a being a mother, sometimes the mother role is you're not liked. There's some rules and limitations of like setting some ground, like
Yes.
parameters that you have
Mm-hmm.
to abide by because it's for your own safety, your own good, and your own well-being. And that's a mother. That's what a mother is meant. That's what a mother does for their
Yeah.
children.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that, oh, I want to make sure that my child likes me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where mothering can come in and get a little, like it can be a little bit more of a slippery slope there because that can be that overextending of, just that wanting to be liked by your child even and be accepted and make sure you're not like fucking them up and all of that stuff.
Oh yeah, you're gonna fuck them up.
You
Just
are.
decided. You're gonna
It's
fuck
just
the
like,
kids up.
yes, you are. No one on this earth gets out unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
No one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not the human experience. So, so moms, breathe a sigh of relief. You're doing the best you can
Mm-hmm.
and let it be good enough.
And
Please.
also like non-moms or moms yet, There's also if you're in school, boundaries, like if you're in college, if you have a job, like Dana was saying, like my business, your business is your baby, and you've grown that thing from a baby all the way up. And there's like you said, Monday mornings, I could take clients. Tuesday nights, I could take clients, but there's so many other things that are important to you that you make boundaries where you know that 20 years ago, that wasn't you at all. And that baby didn't work out so well. This baby is doing so much better now that you have boundaries. What do you know?
I know, right? It's like,
Yeah.
God, if like the old me, if you were to say like, oh yeah, well, you start work at like 10:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
you don't wake up to an alarm, you really don't work past 6:30 at night, I would have been like, what?
Hmm.
No way.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And
love
you
it.
know what? And it's like you're happy.
Yeah.
There's the joy about it. There's so much more of a joy than like getting up at 5 in the morning and rush, 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 and like working 12-hour days and rush, 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 and all that stuff. You're not happy. This isn't the business you wanted. And I could say it with the same thing with like my kids. Like, okay, so my kids are all out of the house now, which is insane. But I could say like the same thing. Like when I would say, today, right now, I'm filming when the kids were here. Don't mess with me right now.
Mhm.
I like this. This is what I enjoy doing right now. So I will talk to you when I'm done.
Mhm.
And they're gonna like that. I'm happy. I had my time with my friends, with my whatever, and they'll know that I'm a little bit happier as a mom, as a
Yeah.
businesswoman, all the things.
Well, I think this is a good place to end because it's like full circle here, kind of tying it up with a bow. Because I did realize though, like I wanted and I was willing to explore who am I without all these distractions. I can handle the space. The Dana today can handle the rest and the peace and the space and the enjoyment. And like, I don't feel guilt for sitting on the couch doing nothing for 2 hours because there's other parts I'm super productive. I also get a lot of shit done in a short period of time when I'm really inspired and I just ride those waves and I'm learned to know myself. And so I don't need to be driven by all the distractions anymore because I like who I am. I don't want to be distracted by me.
Yeah.
I enjoy who I am and I've gotten to know myself better and better and better. So, yeah, so I think that's a good place to end because I'm sure Mandy and I both encourage you to get to know yourself
Yeah.
better and better and better. You are going to be with you for the rest of your life. It is, I think, like my Dana Lee project, you are the most important project, you're in the greatest project you will ever work on. And you are with yourself for the rest of your life. So let's be friends. Let's let's try not to create distractions away from getting to know yourself and who you really are, because that's a major part of it and why I'm able to recognize distractions so much faster.
Mhm.
And I actually like energetically feel it really fast when I'm like off, you know. So it takes
Mhm.
takes practice, but
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you. Good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Great
Mhm.
question. Great topic. All right. If anyone else has questions for me, please post below. If you had any comments about what we did discuss today, anything came up, please share. And of course, links below if you are interested in talking to Mandy or myself about the mentorship and digging in a little bit deeper to this distraction thing and this identity thing and all that good stuff. So, all right, cool. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you on the next one.